Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Zebu Nation Plays, the beta for Endless Space 2. That's right, last episode we had a little bit of excitement at the end of the episode. We had a crash of the game. So I spent the last little bit going back and trying not to cough, and also sort of replaying the turns and getting back to pretty much the same position that we were at last time. Although I will say, in the game's defense, I think this might have something to do with my recording software. And here's my rationale for that. Whenever I start up my recording software, if the game is running, the game crashes. Like that is for sure. That's pretty much 100%. I'm running XSplit Gamecaster. It's the newest version of XSplit Gamecaster 2.9.16111721. So it's a lot of points and dashes and ones in there, but yeah, so these two things might not be compatible. This might be causing our crashes because whenever I run the game and I'm not recording the game, it's fine. It doesn't really crash, at least not since the latest patch. So keep that in mind. So your results may vary if you're not using any kind of recording software when you play this beta. And again, I also double stress that it is the beta, so no need to judge the game on its final release just yet. They're still working on it, still tinkering, still putting out patches and all that good beta stuff. So what have we done lately? We've got some bandits running around here we need to take care of. Although, do we now, or did they go away? I don't know. They were right here, but I don't see them anymore since we grabbed that. I did the same thing where I went up here and I grabbed these guys. I just politically influenced them into the family. So we have these guys here, the Zavali on the Lena system. 2 moons and multiple moons. So does that mean 3 moons? I don't know, but it's there's a lot of moons in this system. And they got titanium, tritanium, they got hyperium, so this is all good stuff to add to our little empire here. We've met a new race, a AI race, not just a minor race, but a major race, the Lumeris race. So they're friendly for now, or at least not unfriendly. We could attack them if we wanted to, but I don't think we need to. Let's take a look at our diplomacy here. No, that's not diplomacy. Diplomacy is the little handshakes on the far right. Oops, click it once, not twice. So here they are over here, the Doria. Doria, I think, is the leader. Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, Doria of Lumeris. I guess. That seems reasonable to me. So we're in a Cold War with them. You start out in a Cold War with just about everybody, and then you can improve diplomatic relations through trade and through other things. I haven't done much of this. I can discuss exchange for a colony. I don't really want to do any of that. So yeah. I can't tell you about the diplomacy just yet because we haven't done much of it. But we're not at war with them immediately, so that's good news, right? And we found them over here in the Zhu system. Oju. This is a pretty neat system. 5 planets. Desert, ocean, barren, steppe. So at least 5 fairly habitable planets with just a little bit of research. Getting the gas plants is always sort of the last step in your colonization. But this will be the end of our free expansion out here. It'll be tough. You know, we've got the Lena system. We need to get this Bani system to sort of secure ourselves over here. And I think we should look to continue to expand in this direction. We do have our, what do you call these guys? The settlers. They're heading over to the Lonica system. We'll have that system tied up shortly. We still need to scan this guy here. Scan the quest area. I think we can do the quest now. Yeah, now that we've got our 50, we've got 64, in fact, titanium, so we are set in that department. I don't know how long it's going to take this guy to get back. Maybe take him 2 turns to get back, 3 turns. Most one. Now there's no use bringing that guy around. But we got a couple of quests. That's the word I'm looking for. We're currently working on the Lost Battalion quest, which we need to scan that anomaly. Then we have the Looking for the Future quest, which is the quest we got earlier for upgrading at least 3 of our systems. This is for our the guy that we made our heir. That's part of that quest. But then this new quest over here, Dust to Dust, Part 1. I guess we'll read this a little bit. In the midst of a small asteroid belt, your scouts have discovered a unique crystalline building, a fractal-like lattice whose sheer intricacy boggles the mind. As your probe stops to gather a tiny sample, a massive chunk crumbles off, rotating slowly in place. Alright, the sample has some very strange properties. It appears some sort of weak directional resonance, like the needle in an undetectable magnetic field. Your scientists have never seen anything like it. Your fleet has its orders, of course, but you wonder if diverting your mission to seek out the source of the strange crystal affecting field could prove profitable. So, send a fleet to the quest marker. Get 30 science. So is this the quest marker down here? I don't see anything that indicates a quest marker other than it's flashing. So, I mean, it's not going to cost us anything to move a fleet down here. It should be fine. Scan that out, get some science out of it. Who knows what else? In the meantime, I guess we can move our fleets around. There they are. There's those bad guys. So, I don't know if they hit this system and kept moving, but whatever, we don't want any part of those guys. Oh, they're just slower than us, that's the deal. So that's good. That's the good thing about scouts, is they're fast moving on the strategy layer. So they'll be able to get out of that trouble. We'll see what these guys do if they come down here and meet us in that system. If they go back, I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see. Alright, that's the end of that turn. Not a lot going on there. I have a couple of other playthroughs that are much farther along than this, and we've got more fleets and in the middle of a couple of wars and more interesting stuff going on. So this game does get more interesting, but it takes a while. Alright, system colonized on Merope. Good job, good job. New event, Ghost in the Machine 2. Part 2. Okay, so we saw this last time. It might have been on the last turn that we saw this. So the Ghost in the Machine ended. We get plus 10 gold per turn for 15 turns. So that'll be very helpful for us. You can see that we're now in the positive gold, plus 19. Good stuff starting to happen in this alliance here. And then, of course, the effects of all of our scientists being enraptured by this one event have gone. So we no longer have -5 science. Got our population on Karas and one on Merope finally. So it's colonized there. Got our one group of Rayans doing stuff. Now what are we going to build here? We've got a new option. We just finished some research for the colonial exchange. This adds +1 gold per person. It's for dry planets. You know, well, not for dry planets. It's more useful on dry planets. But we don't really have anything more, you know, much more useful. I don't know that we want the spin project, which would get us more political power. We're already getting +16 politics. So we'll go with the colonial exchange. You can always use more money. Always, always. Let's see. What else could they use here? They could use a little bit of everything. Sustainable farms. Interplanetary. Cerebral drone. Like, I mean, we need all these improvements, really. Especially on a planet like that. Although I would like to move the drone network up, I think. Make that first. Yeah, that's good. I think, unless, let's see, that's 5 turns. It's only 3 turns to build the colonial exchange, so we'll keep that as first. Alright, anything else going on there? I don't think so. We had this experiment down here where we were looking the Pegasus system. Hello, Pegasus system. There we go. So still no movement of people from one to the next. We don't have any specialization going on here. So again, we'll go with the colonial exchange there. And you know what? I think we'll go with the spin project here. We're only making 6 stars from them. 6 political influence. It's definitely their lowest stat, so we'll boost that up a little bit. We are also building another gunship down here, so that'll be good to get a little fleet going. Speaking of fleets, let's move our fleets around, see what's up. Quest completed, Dust Part 1. Send a fleet to the quest marker. Let me take a drink of tea here before I read this. There we go, I got some nice green tea. I try to get caffeine free. I don't know if this is caffeine free or not. Don't want to get too hyped up. You know me, I'm just a ball of excitement. I've also got a mini Grand Traverse cherry pie sitting here. Although I should say it's a half a pie because I already ate half of it. And I don't feel better about myself for having done that. But I did it, and I'm going to live with the consequences of it. Doesn't help my diet any at all, but you know what? Nobody's perfect. Anyway, let's get back to our quest here. Using your crystal sample as a guide, you've led your fleet to a large barren planet, apparently rich in minerals, but your scanners pick up no sign of life. Your team sets up temporary camp on the surface, taking the opportunity to gather some potentially useful resources, while a smaller group makes an exploratory sweep. There we go. Alright, so we got a reward, 30 science, for setting up a little science station here on this barren world that we've suddenly discovered. We missed it in our first sweep anyway. Okay, so now we start part 2. Take another drink of tea. New objective, send an expedition to the indicated curiosity on Ying 1. Okay. After performing a brief survey, one of your geologists has come to you with astonishing news. The planet littered with thousands of small pockets of dust. Not dust in its natural form, but dust scattered in clumps and jagged patterns. The crystalline bedrock clumps and jagged patterns in the crystalline bedrock, almost as though the planet had once violently struck by thousands of dust-bonded meteorites. Ooh, a simple piezoelectric test confirms your geologist's suspicion. She advises that it will take months of further study before the dust can be extracted in a usable form. You do not mention it to her, but the planet gives you a strange feeling. You feel as though you are treading over a long-forgotten graveyard. Ooh. But a spare cache of dust would be useful. That is true. So, the dead are dead, and even if this might be somewhat disrespectful act, your empire needs the dust. 100 dust reward. Nice. And they want us to go to Ying 1 system. So, battle at Ying. So, what is this? Ampersand, ship design, small attacker, pirate. I think we found a first real bug here. I mean, not that it's a bug, it's just a missing line of text from their database, but still. This could be a battle we could actually take part in. So it's a rookie ship. They've only got 16 attack, 46 defense versus our patrol ship, 29 attack, 54 defense. So we actually have the advantage here. Let's take a look at our battle plan. Long range, we're only 50% compatible. How about a broadside? So it looks like this ship, normally I like to fight long range battles, but this ship is not set up for long range battles. So we'll do the interlock, which means you charge forward and try to get close and then run a broadside. It's not total broadside because the broadside attack you try to go, sort of mid-range and then do a long broadside. And of course, prudent, which is long range attacking, you just sort of take a very sharp angle. But we're going to try to get up in their grill, do a little short range attack. So that's good. Ready to fight. They're going to try to fight us at medium range, so they're going to haul back and do a broadside. We'll see if we can. Well, we should be faster than them, but you never know. The ampersand insert title here ship is a very sneaky kind of ship. Never know what you're going to get from those guys. So here we are, weapons locking and loading. And this is their battle system. You just kind of set your strategy and then you watch your ships go. You don't have to watch this. I like watching the animations. It's kind of fun. Usually you know the results of a battle before it even starts. There aren't many even fights at this stage of the game, but we're fairly even. I'm charging forward full steam, trying to get in close and do some damage. And they're not hitting me an awful lot. They've hit me a couple times. But this is not a great ship I'm going up against. They've only got one gun. It's a 360 turret. Technically, I guess I've only got one gun as well, but it's a broadside. So here we go. I'm finally in gun range. See who's going to hit who first and hardest. We're both kind of trading shots here. You can see my hull's taking some damage. I don't have any shields at this point on this ship. I haven't redone my scouts. Maybe I could redo my scouts and build some tougher scouts, but I'm going to have gunships very shortly. And once you start focusing on military, it's pretty easy to build up a decent military force pretty quickly. You just got to grab the right research and then... Ooh, that was a big hit. Lost some armor there. You can see I got a big hole in the side of the ship now. Armor is kind of dented, burnt. Now if we reach the end of our pathways, we might end in sort of an inconclusive fight. I think we're about to do that. This fight is taking quite a while because we're both just sort of shooting little pea shooters at each other. they're starting to get damaged as well. They've got some burnt marks on their hull. There we go. We got a draw. Neither ship with much offensive power. Draw. So let's see. What do I got left? I got 4 experience for that. Got 252 health out of 761. They've got 165 out of 505. So looks like they actually did more damage than I did. I don't know. It's too much math. But yeah. Well, we can still scout even though we just finished a battle. Why not? Scan the quest area here. Recently received data has triggered something unique. Oops. There we go. I thought we weren't going to be able to do it, but yes, we did it. Your analysis of the quest on planet Ying 1 was successful. Plus 50 influence. Influence increases influence zones around your systems and is the currency for diplomacy. Huh. Well, that's good to know. I thought it was just the second part. I didn't really know it was the first part. I never linked the two together in my brain, so I guess I'm going to have to start worrying about that a little bit more. Alright, so that's good to know. I'm glad that system is a little more useful. The influence system, that is. Because before, the dust system was kind of much more important, but now that it also influences your systems, that makes it a little bit more important. Anyway, I did not start a timer yet again. Oh, crikey. Alright, we're going to do that right now. I don't know how long this recording has been going on, but I'm going to assume it was like 15 minutes or so. It seems like about that long. So I'll set the timer for 15 minutes. And if we get a little bit shorter, a little bit longer, doesn't really matter. Alright, quest complete. Dust to Dust Part 2. Your expedition managed to extract a fair amount of dust from the landscape along with a large number of lumpy crystalline geodes. But despite your early misgivings, you are no closer to answering the planet's mysteries than before. Another 100 gold. Look at that. Dust. Alright, part 3. This is a long quest. Uh-oh. As your ships ascend, kicking clouds of dirt up from the planet's surface, a small warning lamp illuminates in the communications station in your capital ship. Well, I won't exactly call it a capital ship, but before you know it, you're receiving panicked transmissions from the rest of your fleet. You are under attack from rocks? ? Exclamation point? Question mark. The explosion makes your ship lurch, snapping you out of your confusion. There is no time for contemplation. The battle is in full swing. New objectives: survive the battle and win. This is not going to go well for us, since we have a 75% damaged scout ship versus when they said send a fleet, I didn't really take them seriously. I guess I should have. The 6th Alien Force got a Prowler and an Accelerator. This is no good. Versus our patrol ship. We can't retreat because we're already lower than 60%. So if we try to retreat, all of your ships have less than 60% health, therefore will be destroyed after retreating. Are you sure you want to retreat? No. Alright. Let's take a look at our battle plan here. They are short-range ships, so our only chance is to fight them at long range. And that is not a very good chance. So, this is all we got. See, you can toggle Watch or not watch. Down here, retreat. Nope, can't do that. So guess we'll just fight and die. Glorious battle. Grave defeat. Done. Alright. So I guess we didn't watch that. Good for us. Don't need to just watch ourselves die there. Alright, so we need to make it back to that system and win that fight. I guess it's time to start fleeting up here. Alright, let's look at the rest of our stuff here. Quest just started part 2. Yeah, we saw that. Got more population. That's good for us. Okay, so we're going to start colonizing tropical location on Karas. So right now we have Karas 2 populated. Pretty good. 8 food, 10 production, 10 dust, 10 science. Only 2 influence, 2 Hyperium. What that's called? Yeah. And only 2 populations. It's not a lot of population. Karas 2 is inhospitable, but we can now start going after Karas 1 here. Huge tropical hot place. It can hold lots of population by the looks of it. But yeah, we'll figure that out once we get there. Last but not least, oh, we just looked at this. All right. So there we go. We'll end that turn. Keep a rolling. Some more tea. A lot of reading this episode. Turn is turning. I don't know if our 1 gunship will be enough. We're going to get this guy soon. Soon, like right now. Alright, so let's move our fleets. Let's scan this. So this should be our other quest. Complete right here. Hopefully complete anyway, unless there's a part 2. Your analysis of the quest on planet Merope 2 was successful. Plus 60 Empire dust loot. Okay, done. New event. Military militants. Okay. A thread of discontent has been growing in the population. Some of the voters believe the galaxy is even more dangerous than it appears. You are under pressure to turn your policies and investments to more military uses. Okay. So militarism is on the rise. Increase in the militarist political ideology. Okay. And also, faction assimilated. The Zavali on Bani have been assimilated. It's good. We helped them out with their little issue there. We searched the curiosity. Outcome, the Zavali dignitaries return to their home world somber and reflective. You can tell how much the visit means to them by the way they clasp your arm and look you in the eyes. You are sure they will be useful allies. Another 150 gold dust, and we obtain them as a minor faction. Good for us. So the Empire grows and grows. Awesome stuff. Let's go look at Bani here. Alright, they've already got a colonial exchange going. It's good. They've only got 1 population. We're going to help them out with that shortly. Let's see. They could use some more food to help with that population stuff. And then the drone network. And xenotourism. Yeah, we'll check out this new. Send our tourists there to check out this new and an interesting civilization that has joined our wonderful, glorious empire. It's like cultural exchange kind of business going on. We've discovered the Link system down here as well. Links 1, huge atoll. It's colonizable. It's good. Links 2, a small swamp, also colonizable. Brilliant. So only 2 planets, but both colonizable. Ooh, let's take a look. This one is small, but it's got 10 food. It's a good place to start. We got a lot of... Yeah, we're going to have to just start building more ships. I mean, we got a lot of stuff going on here. We just lost a scout ship. Alright, so we got a gunship here. We can take that guy. But we need a patrol ship. We need a settler. Maybe we need another gunship. I'm just going to throw it out there. Just going to throw it out there. More gunships for everybody. Next research, I guess we could start working on some of our fleet improvements too. Faction assimilated, yes, we know. The gunship has been built. Colonial exchange up next. That's fine. Outstanding. So here's our little new gunship here. We'll send them... And we'll send them straight to Banny. These guys, they did their job scanning Marope. We'll send them down here to scan this system. Still don't know where those pirates went to. They could be heading for the link system. So, you know, well, I was going to say let's do a guard on this system, but I guess not. Because if you guard a system, it stops any other fleets from advancing, and so they gotta fight you basically. Or you have the choice to fight them. I guess put it another way. Anyway, we'll end our turn here. Keep rolling until the alarm goes off. So yeah, it's a game you can keep playing and playing and playing. I played last night on my other save, and it was just like, one more turn. One more turn. One more turn. Just for like an hour. I kept trying to quit, but I wouldn't let me quit. It kept dragging me back in. I've noticed with their influence nerf, my influence is spreading much more slowly. Like previous game, by this many turns, I would have had these 3 colonies connected by influence by now. But anyway, next turn, let's advance our ships. See what's happening. Not much. What do we got here? More expansion on Lena. Or is that Iena? Is that an I? It doesn't look like a capital L, so it must be an I. Must be capital I. Iena. Got some population already up here for the these guys, the Zavali. Oh, we're already moving in. The Rayans have come and set up a colony there. Well, that's fine. We're all one big happy empire. No problems with that. We got over here. Speaking of colonies, we got a couple of options here. We could colonize a huge tundra or small jungle. Tundra, 3 food, 4 production, 6 gold, 4 science. 2 food, 10 production. What do they have here? Dark glitter. Rings. Anatov rings. +2 gold, +1 science. That's good. Single moon, +1 population slot. So it's slightly bigger than other small planets. That's good. What do they got? Ooh, they got titanium and hyperium and dark glitter. Wow, these guys. Huh. So that's why this planet is so good, is because of the moons. The moons and the rings. But this one has access to all these minerals. It's always a tough choice. Well, we'll go with the planet with the high production first. It'll let us build things there quicker. And You know, we're going to struggle with population, but we can build a farm. That's fine. So, like, if we wanted to spend some of our gold on this, we could get plus 10 food on this system, which would help our growth. It's a lot of cash, but, you know, we're not really using our cash for anything right now. We're making a small amount. Let's do it. Let's do it. Because that was the one drawback on this planet. Yeah, they got plenty of population slots. All right. So we're good. We're good right there. That's going to be a fine addition to the empire. Okay, so they didn't head through. The pirates didn't head through here, so we'll go there, I guess. You're going down there. Do we want to send our one gunship up here to Iena? Maybe not, but we'll start in that direction. Who's left? Alright, you're supposed to be moving. I thought I told you to move. To there. There we go. Alright. Anything else going on here? More Rayans. Rayans are everywhere. Got a new colonial exchange in the Pegasus system, so that should help us with a little bit of cashola. And it gives rise to the pacifist political party. That's interesting. So if we look at politics, we might have a third political party out there. Let's do that. Let's take a look at politics. We still only have the two right now, but they're getting more closely aligned here. 57% for the industrialists, 43% for the militarists. There's our timer. We'll stop that. Hit that out of there. Alright, so we have the new colony law, which is helping us out. Plus 25 happiness for 5 turns while acquiring a new colony. So we're getting new colonies all over the place. Dust Windfall is still there. 25% of industry spent for building system improvements is converted into dust at the end. That's helpful. Didn't realize we were doing that, but you know what? So right now the new colony is in effect. I guess we could pass the Dust Windfall. Vote laws. Wildlands Protection Decree. I wanted the Dust Windfall. Rare metals, fleet costs, safe skies, spoils of war. We don't need... let's see. Rust. Dust, not rust. The health of the empire is always a delicate balancing act. So does this have any drawbacks? Let's see. This new law, though highly controversial, allows corporations to maximize their profits through severely relaxed environmental standards. Nicknamed the Dust Not Rust Bill. Alright, so do we want to be bad to the environment? Which, we got a lot of planets. I mean, you can literally move to a new planet if you don't like the planet you're on in this game. Doesn't seem to have any negative effects. It's got broad support currently. And it only needs moderate support, so we should be able to pass it. Cost of 125 influence. But it'll give us plus 3 dusts per person on planets. Minus 1 happiness per person on systems. I think our systems are pretty happy. Oh, we can't vote. No active law slot available. Well, why am I even here then? So I'd have to abolish one of these two laws, which I don't want to do that, or I'd have to gain more laws, which I don't have the availability to do that yet. Stop that. Alright, so I guess we'll end it there. Have some production abilities here. Another colonial exchange on Pegasus. What? That doesn't make sense. Anyway, we got the colonial exchange on Pegasus. Cerebral reality on Iena. So that gives us more dust, more science. The drone network and the spin project are up next. And there we go. So we'll end it there. Endless Space 2 beta. No crashes this time. We may have discovered the link between crashes and our recording software. That's not 100% true, but it could be a reason. Anyway, see ya next time. Bye.